Hi guys, this is Devansh. Let's continue with our word trainings second section where we will be covering these options like how to add a cover page break, shapes, chart tables, etc. So what is a cover page? So this particular file is about MS Word training. Okay. I want to add a cover page to this. I don't want it to start like this. So what I can do is I can go to sorry, not here. I can go to insert and I click on cover page. There are few inbuilt cover pages. Okay, let me pick the most appropriate one. I think this will be the most suitable one, and it says document title as Devansh. Oh, sorry, it says Word. No, let me write MS Word training. Subtitle is training by Devansh Chaurasiya. Okay, now I can add date, company name, company address. Let me write company address. India, company name, some company name, India company name. Okay, I can add the date. Add with the date. This. Now that is the cover page we created, and there are multiple cover pages, right? You can change it. The same cover page can change into like this, or I can change it to like this. I can change this photo. I can add photo that I want. Let's say I add again Tibet map. Okay, that's right here. Okay, this is how we add or change the cover page. What's the second one? Page break. Let me remove it. I do Control Z. Okay, I remove the cover page. Page break. Let us say this was okay. Let's see this word training. Okay, and I want all to be caps, so I can press Shift F3, all caps. If I press Shift F3 again, it will be all small. Press Shift F3 again, it will be the proper case. The first letter is capital. Okay, let me make it bold. This was this is what we covered in the first session, and in this session we are covering this. So I want a page break over here, so I can click over here, go to Insert, and I click on Page Break. Now you see after tab there is a page break, right? It has come to the next page. Now let us say I want to insert a blank page over here. I click on it. So after this, which is on the page one, then there's a blank page. We insert a blank page, and then it is this. So that's how you add the page break. I don't need it, so I'm doing Control Z so that I go back to my previous stage. Shape. Let us say I want to insert a circle, but for that, let me take a new file. Okay, here I want to insert a circle. So let me go to insert. I want to insert a circle. Circle is a shape. So I go to shape. Do you see circle? Basically, this is circle. Doesn't look like circle, but depends upon us how well we make it. Make it elliptical like our galaxy. Make it a circle. make it a better round circle. I want it to be filled with red color. Let me fill it with a black hole. Black hole. Black hole has a white line. Let me create a white, won't be visible. Let me create a yellow line. Okay. Yellow line should glow. So that's how you give the shape. Go to effects. You can create a reflection also. It's okay. It's like a solar eclipse. Okay, that's how you add the shape. So I just showed you some funny thing, but importantly, you'll be using a lot of shape like a rectangle. Most of the time, this arrow pointing over here, I double click on that arrow and I increase the width by 2 line. So if you see, as I told in the starting, in the first training, this ribbon is floating. When we inserted the picture, I got an extra option picture format. Now when I insert a shape, I get an extra tab as shape format. So in shape format, I want to, if you on this right side, I want to increase or decrease the length. I can keep on clicking, this length is increasing the width like this, or I can just use shortcut like this. Okay. Now, important thing is, let me change the color to give you an effect. Let's say this is orange, and yeah, and this is over here. You see, this is on the top of this sun or black hole. I want it to go back. I click on this, send backward, send to back. It has gone back. Okay. Let me move the sun. Oh, but sun has gone back. Sun cannot go back. So let me bring it in the front. Bring forward. Bring it to front. Or I can right click. And I still have option. Bring it to front, which is already there. Okay. So shapes, arrow is one important thing that we'll be using very frequently. Let's take a look at what are the other shapes that we have available. Which one thing that I use very frequently is this plus, minus, multiply, division, equal sign. I also use a lot of time this rhombus, uh, even this one, to if I want to write some text, I use this. And if you look at this, I can make it look like a flag by adding this. So I'm just giving you a thought how you want to use it. It is full of uh, opportunities, right? So that's about shapes. You can use this. You can draw it and becomes a shape. Now this is not a line. This is a shape. You can increase or decrease. It's like an art. All right. Icon, equation, and symbol. Let me delete this funny item. It looks like a phantom. Delete this. Let me delete this. Let the sun be there. Okay. Symbol. I want to insert a symbol. Symbol is right here on the extreme right corner. What I want to insert, let's say I want to insert infinity. Next to sun, I have infinity. Infinity is small. Let's increase the size of infinity. Infinity is this. What are the other symbols? Omega, pi, beta, alpha, gamma, everything is here. Let's say n equal to, unequal to, not equal to, trademark, right? Everything is right here. Let us say I want to insert an equation. Let me increase the size to 14. Come back. I want to insert an equation. Let's say I want to insert a binomial theorem. So you can just keep on adding. And this is not x plus a, this is x plus what? I'm just giving you an example. Say let's make x on the, come on the right at the under root. Okay. Under root of x power n is equal to summation of. So you can just go on, keep adding the equation. You have so many equations over here, the integration, the radical, the script, the fraction. Let me add a fraction over here quickly. Okay. And icon. Let me add an icon. So if you click on icon, sorry, I was fast. Under shapes, here we have shape next to picture, shapes, icon. Here is equation and symbol. I use icon a lot. I will show you how. Let us say I want to add a symbol for meeting. People are attention in the meeting or minutes of meeting. So I add this and I want to add meeting. Okay. And the same thing I have invite. This white. Oh, sorry. This one is not in white. Okay, this here is white. The extreme right is on the white. I want a black and a black. These are the callouts. And people sitting at the table. Don't want that. That has gone inside this equation. So meeting callouts. Then I can add my callout point 1, point 2. I can just keep on writing this, right? It's a very useful thing. If you know how to make good use of it, it will increase the visual effect of your Word document. Right? Let me remove it and show you. If you just call it meeting callouts, it's not so appealing. If you add the icon, it is a little more appealing, right? Header. We don't have a header, so you see this particular space which is on the top, which is free, and at the bottom, which is free. It's for this for the header, this for the footer. This is in between. If you double click, it will hide the white space. Okay, let me not hide it for now. Let me add the header. How do I add the header? The easiest is I go to insert, I go to header. Okay, but instead of doing that, what I will do is I'll click on the place where header has to be inserted. Let me go on the top, page 1. I click on the header part. Now the header space is open. Okay, and I want to add page number. So I add the page number where I want to add the page number at the bottom of the page or the top of the page. I want to add the page number at the bottom of the page on the extreme right. Okay, and I click outside. Now page in the page 1, page number 1 is added. In the page 2, automatically page number 2 is added. Now let's click again on header. I want to type, I can add date and time also. Let me add this, add it here, and I want to add word training document. Close header and footer. You can close on this. So it's like this. It's right over here, and it's right over here. Okay, and we have the page number. We can also add a picture in the header. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. And in the header and footer, let me add a picture. Picture can be my logo. Let's assume this is my logo. I click on this and drag it, make it small, make it further small. So this is, or you can add your company logo, you can add your college logo. So assume this logo, so it will come, it will show on every page. If you hide this, it will actually hide the header and footer. Okay, I don't want to do that. I bring it back just by double clicking. I even want to remove this header. It's not the appropriate header. Okay, let me close this header. Using a text box, let us say I want to add a text box over here with some important information. I go to insert, I go to text box. Right here, what kind of text box do I want to enter? There are inbuilt options. Let me add this because I want to bring attention. So automatically what will happen, as I had suggested that place to add my text box, it automatically aligns. If I don't want it to align like this, I can click on digital transformation and hit on enter and take it down. It will go like this. Okay. But let it be like this so people will know that they have to start reading here, and I write here digital transformation is not about technology but also about how aligned is companies workforce with the with the new technology, and how open to culturally transform. Okay, let me delete it. I don't need it. But that's the concept of text box. You can add, you can even change the shape. Another thing is if you go to insert, you can add comment. If you click on comment using text box, I just provided demo on how to use a text box. Now, if I send this file to somebody, that person can actually reply on, if they will open the file, they will see my comment and they can reply over here and it will capture their name. Let's say some XYZ person is replying on me, it will capture his name, XYZ person's name, and it'll write, Devansh, your training was quite fast and you need to slow down a little, right? Guys, let me know in the comments when I'll be uploading this video. If I was fast, I can slow down. Let me know if there is anything which I'm not capturing in the best way. Let me know. I will redo that particular section and help you out. Okay. I can click on, keep on adding this. The best part is Control Z. I don't want it. Insert another file into Word. Let us say I created this document, and this document I want to add a file which people should receive when they receive this file. And this is an important file about digital transformation, maybe a visual file creating the architecture of the entire project, right? So I can go to insert, I can click on this little icon next to text box, this little icon here, object. Click on that. It gives you an option. Do you want to create it right over here or you want to create it from the file? Yes, I want to pick it from my desktop because it's already on my system. Okay, let us pick a file. Let us pick this file, Devansh training document. I want to add this document, display as an icon. So it will display as an icon, but I don't like this particular icon. Let me change it the way it looks. So I want to make it look like this, round P, and it will take time because that's a big file. Let's wait and waste some time. Okay, right here. So if somebody clicks on this, okay, I'm not going to click it because it's going to take time. But if you save this file, and if this file has, if your Word file earlier was of XMB and this particular file is YMB, if you save it, the total size will be X plus YMB. Okay. If you open it, it will take time depending upon how big is the file. So let me click on it and delete it. So that's how about we enter a particular external file using picture. The way we insert everything, it's the way we insert a file from my desk, from my system, from stock images, from online picture. Let me share picture from my system. Again, I'm a bit bored of this, but don't have another option. Let me add the map of Tibet. This is how Tibet looked like earlier. And if you see picture format has come up, I want picture format to be red. Border should be red. Double click. I want it to have soft edges. I want it to glow. Picture layout. I want it to look like this. Kind of give a 3D effect, right? So you can actually just keep on playing. Now, as I gave it the effect, this is a smart art design. That's how it gives you, after help, it is smart art design and then format. But if I click on picture, it will give me a picture format. Now you see I have three options: smarter design, format, picture format, all three all together, right? Now let me do Control Z and I only click on picture format. You see the smarter design and format has gone. And I wanted to put it in a portrait like this. Okay, now let's come to the serious business. Let me insert a table. Let me clear my page. Let me remove this picture if you don't want. Let me insert a table. I want to create a table for to add some numbers. Okay, 4 columns and 5 rows. I go to insert, I go to table. How many columns? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many rows? 5. So 1 is already there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. As soon as I add this, another option comes up: table design and layout. Okay, let me delete it. Delete table. Let me show you the easier way of inserting a table. Go to insert, go to insert table. How many columns we require? We require 4 columns. How many rows we require? We require 5 rows. And then you go to add. Let me put some number. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4. Okay, and let me write 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me write 3, 4, 5, 6, and let me add this. How do I add it? Is if you click here, sorry, let me equal no, let us focus on, okay, we can either insert an equation just by writing, we can insert an equation over here, or what we can do is we can actually go to format, use the, okay, let me come back to home. The simple format is make it middle align, make it middle align, and double click it Let me add one row above this. Insert a row above. Let me write number test A, sorry, and test B, test C. Okay, I want to add one more row above. I want to merge this all. I can right click, merge cells, it will add. I don't want it here, I want it here, NUMPER. Okay, it's on the left, I want to take it in the middle. I go to home, I do this, I make this bold, and I make this bold. Okay, and I don't like the styling. I double click on it, and I want this style look like this. Okay, and I make this also bold, this is unbold. Okay, now let us figure out to insert a chart. Let me delete this, or why not we just let it be here. Add signature service, we'll come back to it later. We have object. Can insert an equation over here if you want to. So just showing you that how to add an equation, not only in the text, also you can also add that in the table. Hit delete. Let us assume that we want to insert a chart. Come over here and check. Okay, we still have time. Okay, let us say I want to add a column chart. I click on chart, under insert I click on chart. By default it is on column, this column, and I click on OK. A column chart is added, and this is my category and my series. Okay, I have some data already ready, so let me use this data. Okay, copy this data and I paste it. I have only for APJ AMS anemia, so I don't want the last one. I can select this and double click. Doesn't work. Okay, just drag it. I don't want the last one. I can select it and press on delete, but it still has the reference. You see, it is referencing to the fifth row also. So I drag it and take it up. You see the chart changed. Now, if you take a look, it's system, server, and storage. And this is sales, right? Sales worldwide 2019. That's the chart title. So how to read this is APJ AMS in EMEA. So this 3 is for APJ. Blue one is systems. Yellow one or orange one is for servers. The gray one is for storage. And this is my x-axis, the horizontal one. The vertical one is my y-axis. The sales for PCs and laptops, 3D printers was 18 million, right? Sorry, 16, a little over 16 million, but like exactly what? I can hover on it and I see the value is, it says city system point AVJ means It was systems in APJ sold for 16 million 42, like 16.4250 million. I can add a data label. So I right click on that blue one and I go to data label, click on add data label. In the same way, I can add data label to this orange column, also add data label. Let me show you what is a data call out. If you add call out, it will look like a call out. APJ this. I don't want a call out. It's messy. Not a football player messy. Okay, but now it looks cluttered because the numbers are too big, right? So why not? I click on it. I click on the axis where the number was. I go to format axis and I want I want to display my unit in million. I go to millions, correct? Now you see the numbers have changed to million. So it was 180 million. Now it is 164 million. Okay. I can change it to thousands. Let me move back to the millions. Now let's say I want to see if these were numbers. I could have added a trend line. Let's assume these numbers are not AMS, APG, EMEA. Let's assume that this is 2016, 2017, 2018. Okay, let me do it actually. It wouldn't open up because one of the Excel is already open. Okay, let me close this. Sometimes the PPT has a problem or any chart has a problem because the architecture is same. You are using chart in Excel or PPT or Word. Sometimes just doesn't open up if one Excel is already open. So let me, I've closed all Excel on my system. Now I'm opening it, it will open up. Okay, let me change it to 20 or 2010, 2011, 2012. Okay. So this is how the system's servers and storage sold like. I want to see a trend, how it is trending. So I can right click, add a trend line. For I want to see the trend of sales for servers also. So I click on server and I click on add trend line. And I click on storage and I click a trend line. But if you see, it's not a straight function, right? It's not giving us the straight figure. So what I will do is format trend line. I'll make it polynomial to second order. Same I will do for servers, make it polynomial. Same I'll do for PCs, make it polynomial. Now if you see, this has a better representation of the trend. The blue one, it's slightly dipped in 2011 and kind of flatten over here. But the best one to see is the storage. The trend was down and then it went up in 2011 and then it's coming down to in 2012. Correct? Moving average, you can see the moving average. The problem is when you see the moving average, you will not see for the first year, right? Because you don't have the data. For a three-year period, the maximum moving average can be of 2. For a 5-year period, the moving average can be of 3 and 2. So that's why you don't have option of more than 2. You cannot increase or decrease. But if you had many years, we would have an opportunity, which is called like the degree of freedom, to what extent we want to increase or decrease the moving average period. All right, let's go back to polynomial. Okay, now let's close it. Let me remove the decrease. I just click on it, the trend line. Let me delete this, delete it. Okay, let me do control that because I want to move back to my original data. Oops, it's better I would have just gone here, gone to this. Give me a moment. Let me change back to AMS APJ EMEA. Okay, it will change over here. Let me quickly make this back to here, millions. Cool. Close it. Now let us say I want to represent it in a different way, a different chart, the column chart itself, but not like this. I want to see the total sale, how much it happened. There's a problem. If I want to see, let's say if I'm the AMS lead, I'm the region lead for system 7 and storage, all three. I want to know that how much sale my region has made as a company. Let's say HP sells all, right? So I need to manually add it, 164, 106. Oh, this is gone. Let me add it. And 60, so around 320. I don't want to add it. I want to change the graph. So you should understand whom your report is going to. If it is going to a region lead, he might want to see the first graph as a region, right? So let me copy it and let me create a copy of it and let me paste it over here. I want to change the first chart, change chart type. I want to show it as a stack. Close. Now you can see my approximate sale was around total 340 million. In APJ, it was almost touching to 350 million. In here, it is around 320 million, right? Hmm. Some people make mistake by selecting this 100% stack. 100% stack look beautiful, but the problem is it gives a wrong representation if the denominator is not same. All three will not add same, right? So if you're showing the percentage in the overall, it is good. But here you're showing percentage of AMS on AMS. That's not the right representation. Here it looks like everything has the same sale. So use it wisely. Let me move back to this. Okay. Now for some reason, okay, let me hold that statement. So if you're sending to the region lead, you have this, and then you have a drill down for server, storage, and system separately, or you can just show it here. So I have the full, like it is showing my total sale was around 340, and I also have the cut over here for system this much, for server this much, for storage this much. I don't like this color. My company does not approve it. I can change it. um, I can double click on it. I can change the color. I use this particular color combination. I can change the way my chart looks like this. Can just keep on using. I want it on a black format. It looks fancy. It is not advisable to use it if you know that there is even 1% of chance somebody is going to print it. If somebody is going to print it, first of all, it's going to consume a lot of print, the waste. Second, it will not come clean. It will come on a black page. So using these things wisely. This is a gap. You can increase or decrease the width or the fatness of this series overlap. We don't have any overlap right now. It will look like this. Let us go back. Okay, make it a bit like this. Okay. Now, for some reason, we know that the region lead does not like a column chart. For some reason, he wants to see in the bar format. So to change the same chart into a bar format, if you want to create from the starting, it is exactly the same process the way we inserted a bar chart. I can let's say if I want to insert a new bar chart, I can go to insert, I can go to chart, I can go to bar, and I can click on this, and then the same process. But let's say I want to change this into bar chart. I click here, chart design on the top, change chart type, go to bar, select this. So exactly the same thing which you were seeing as vertical is now horizontal. Okay, and this person is AMS region lead. So you want to show AMS on the top. The naive way is you go in the Excel file and you cut paste and make the row move up and down. The easier way is you click on here in the format axis, right click on the format axis, category in reverse order, AMS APG email. Now you see your X axis has come on the top. There is no way you can take it down. Don't waste your time. It's not going to happen. In this way, you can just select that and delete because you anyways have the axis showing the numbers. Let me do Control Z and move back to email on the top. Let's say this guy also wants to see the bar chart in a stack way, bar stack, which is right here. Of course, we will not be using the 100% stack, but this person wants stack in a 3D kind of look. It's right here. Okay. Now let us say I want to change it into a line chart. Line chart is advisable if you have the trend line. Let me see if my chart is open. Okay, let me make it 2011, 2012, 2013. Now this is good. It is showing me how my sales is varying over a period of time. So I have only three, but let's say you have lot of period, 4 5 years. It will show a trend line. It's showing that in 2012 the okay, let me change the color. Pick this office color. Okay, this is okay. It is showing that my server sale was very down, but my storage sale went up. Why? Is it because there is some innovation happened in 2012? Maybe the uh, auto-connected car, which almost exploded the data generation, which required more of data storage. Because of that, data storage went up. But how is it possible that data storage went up but server was down? Because if the data storage is going up, the compute has to increase, but it decreased over here, which means that storage went up, but that's not for the data generation. Maybe most of the companies, they wanted to archive most of their data and store it, or maybe they wanted to duplicate their data for maybe for safety reasons. So this is how you analyze the data. I'm sorry, I went a little off track. Okay, so this is line. Let me convert that into a pie chart. Chart design, change chart type. I want to see a pie chart. Pie chart looks like this. Let me go to Excel. Let's say these are the sales for servers. Okay, systems, storage, servers. Okay. So this is how it will look. But let us say storage is, this is, okay, something is wrong. Let me use another data. Give me a moment. Okay, let me use this data which I had created. But now I can't open this. Let me paste this data. I need to reference it correctly. Okay. Change chart type. Not working. Let me delete this. Let us insert a new chart. Insert chart. I want to add a pie chart. Add this. This is my data. Let me copy paste my data. Fix my reference over here. Give it a moment. Okay. Now this is my, let me change the chart title to sales worldwide 2019. Okay. Now you see, this is, let me add the data. Let me add the data label. Right click on this, add data label. Delete. Select all, right click, data label, add data label. Okay. Right click again, go to format data series. So we can actually split it up to what percentage. So by like this, we can split it up. Okay. I want to split it only by 2%. And we can actually rotate it. So this I want to be little more, come little down. So I can rotate it. Okay. This is good. I want it like this. And I close it. I right click and I go to format data label. You see label content. I want the values from the cell. Now I want the series name. So it is showing series name is for APJ. It's all for APJ. It's because in the Excel it is mentioned as APJ. Let's ignore it. So, or I can just change it to sales APJ 2019. Okay, let me move back to that option. But I don't want the series name. I want the category name. So category name is storage 60, system 100, correct? Percentage 33. Let us see that I want to again rotate it. Select this, right click, data series. I want the storage to come on right. Rotate it further. I'll tell you why I'm rotating it. Okay. The reason why I rotate it is, if you look at the data, storage is 60 Cloud is okay. Let me make it more readable. I select it all. I increase the size and I yeah, increase the size. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to change the chart type to pi out of a pi. The reason is if you see storage is 60, but storage is divided into two types, cloud storage and data center. Cloud storage is 20, data center is 40. That equals to 60. So I want to split it up like this or stack out of a pi. I don't want stack of a pi. I want pi out of a pi. And I do this. Now you see, it will not split the storage. It doesn't understand that because storage is a separate section for us, right? So what I can do is I can select this and I delete this. Okay, let me not do this way. Let me go to my section. I don't want storage, right? I delete storage and I change this name other to storage. So storage is 60, which is 25% of overall sales. Out of that, 25%, 17% comes from here, 8% comes from cloud. Good. We can easily change it to stack chart. It look like this. You play around, make it a little highlighted. So there are various options over here for chart type. I'm leaving it to you. I've told you that 90% of time we use column, pie, line, bar, and X and Y like 4-5% of the time. Tree map has recently come up. It's a good chart because it will show you that what percentage is what. So uh, you can actually add, you can actually see that systems has the maximum sales, right? System has the maximum sales, servers, data center, and storage. One thing which let me cover more in chart, sunburst. Earlier this was like a donut chart. It has a similar representation like pi, but it just looks different. Everything else remains the same. We just keep on playing around it. Smartart. Use it carefully. Smartart. Let's say I want to add a Smartart. I want to show a cyclical process of my particular project on which I'm working. I go to Smartart, insert Smartart. I actually call it Smart Chart, so don't get confused when I'm using these words interchangeably. I want to show a cycle. I have a list, process, cycle, hierarchy, relationship, metrics, pyramid. I want to show a cycle. And I want to show a cycle which has an end. It's not a photosynthesis or a condensation evaporation which will just keep on going. So it has an end. Start from here. Let's say survey. I'm showcasing for a survey, like let's say for customer experience. So I design the survey designing, or let's say questionnaire designing, questionnaire and survey designing. Okay, and then we launch the survey for 30 days period, then data collection and analysis, data collection, data cleaning, data massaging, removing the outliers, then data analysis, Before there's more exploratory analysis. Okay, let's go on. And then um, results and leadership connect and action item. And here is implementation and feedback. And so here it ends. But sometimes after feedback, you again want to do the survey. Here, this is the one that ends. But if you want to again do the survey, you just use this. After implementation feedback, again the questionnaire designing, because again you want to see that whether you whatever improvements you made, whether that was functioning well or not. You can change the way it looks. It has a couple of options. Control Z. In a similar way, I can use this. Okay, I leave it to you. You can change the color. There are inbuilt themes. You can change the color on your own. Let me go to the Smartart again and go to, sorry, not chart. Go to Smartart's hierarchy. Let's say you want to show your name is A is the boss, B and C reports to him. B has two more people, E and F. C has just one person, X. So this is how you can use this. There are many other ways. You just have to be creative, or if you want to delete, you can just select one and you can delete. Reset shape. If you just click on delete, it will delete. Okay. You can actually drag it and make it, okay, I need to increase the size. So you're just free to do. Let's say there's nobody under B, I delete that person also. But let's say if I want to add a person, I click on B, add shape, shape what? Shape below. I make him the subordinate. I click again on B, shape what? Add shape above. So I make all three as peers. Under A there is this person, let's say R, under R there's B, under B there is X. If under if I want to create a pair of B, I click R. So pair of B will be reporting to R, and I click below. So I created a pair of R. Sorry, pair of B. Okay. You can just keep on playing around. Okay. Another important one is I double click on this and I can change this to a different way. That was horizontal, that is vertical, this is horizontal, and I can change the shape look like this. Depends upon you, like this, and I click on delete. I delete it all. Let me delete this as well. Click on insert, go to Smartart process. Let's say I add a process. Let me use this. You have certain you can use any of these processes. I use this. Click on OK. I want to add, I just control C, select one, control C and control V. So let's say I want to show the process of a software development project. So requirement gathering and coding, like planning is again in between, then unit testing, then system integrated testing, and then UAT, like, and after UAT you push it for end-to-end testing, or it's also called business testing. Some people call it customer testing. And after UAT, deployment. And after deployment, let me add one more, is the production support. Okay, cool. I can come over here, I can increase the size to 12, but it'll take it to haywire. I can select it one by one and using shift and increase or decrease the width of these shapes. It's not looking very beautiful. I change my mind. I double click and I want to use this one. This looks more, this is more visible, correct? Because the text is showing clearly. It's also showing arrow pointing that it's a one-way process. Um, Make it look more fancy with emboss on it, glows, ta-da, all like this. You are free to experiment, be creative, change it to look like this. Now, all right, guys, we covered charts, smart arts, how to add pictures, how to add table. Table is one thing that we'll be using very frequently in Word. Okay, all right. I think we covered too many things in this. Hope it was not too much all of a sudden. If you have any questions, please drop me a mail and I will be covering it. All right, guys. In the next session, we will be covering more on design and then layout and references. So almost 70% of the course is done. These things are quite, it will not take much of time. Cool, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you again.